What's up, guys? This is Chris here, and today we are going to be having a good bit of fun. Today we're going to be shooting the brand new Nighthawk Double Agent. Now, this is a new release from Nighthawk for 2025. They released this at SHOT Show, I believe, and I got my grubby hands on it to shoot it for you guys. Now, this thing's pretty cool. The grippiest pistol I have ever seen. We got grip on the top, grip on the back, and we have tons of grip and texture on the double stack grip here. This is a double stack 1911 in 9mm with a 4.5-inch slide and a full-size grip with a whole bunch of features, which we're going to show you here in a little bit, including arguably the coolest barrel I have ever seen. Comes with a combat hammer, single-sided safety, and then we have tritium carry sights on it with a tritium front with a blacked out rear with a single bead on the back. Flat black all the way across with the silver barrel makes it feel like a real Tuxedo gun, and considering it has a super nice trigger, and the previous Nighthawks that we fired were some of the best guns I've ever shot, I am very excited for this review. This gun screams like executive carry to me, and if I was James Bond, this is what I would carry, not a PPK. It has a really cool look, but we're gonna have to see how it shoots. So now we got a full mag here of Blazer Brass 115 grain. We'll try it out. Now, one important thing to note about Nighthawk is one of the reasons why they look so good and they feel so good when you pick them up is because they're made by a singular gunsmith, and they actually list their gunsmith's credentials in the box, which is pretty cool. It's kind of like callback to the golden age of 1911s. No lock back on that magazine. So there's no lock back on the magazines. Just in case you're wondering, it's not having a malfunction. It's just some 2011 mags lock back and some don't.
So fast again, I can't keep up.
Well, so far, the gun has shot incredibly fast and really accurate out to about 50 yards. We're gonna push it out to about maybe 65 here, and then we'll talk about the price. The benefit of guns like this is that the gun will do anything you want it to do. Like, if you have the skill to hit at 65, this gun will hit at 65, and that's why you pay what you pay. I mean, I think these guns are $5,800 out of the factory, and they're, again, made by a single gunsmith. They're made by not only a single gunsmith, but they use in large parts that they then hand shave down. To ensure perfect fit. And that's why you get this like 3.5-pound trigger. That's why you get these unbelievable sights. And that's why you get a barrel that's like a laser beam. And I can sit here and talk to you and then just go back and keep shooting at distance. Oh, flinched hard as there. It's funny because the tritium sight, this is meant for a carry gun, and the tritium sight, we're at about 80 yards here, is actually bigger than the target I'm aiming at. So I kind of superimpose and hope it hits. Must have worked. got one more. I'm out. Well, I just shot 200 rounds through the Nighthawk Double Agent personally because I didn't even want to let my wife shoot this. I like this gun. Now, one of the interesting features about the gun is actually the trigger. You can see the trigger down there at the bottom. That felt really good on my hand, actually. It has a slight angle outward at the bottom, which is maybe a more interesting trigger than I felt in a while. Now, some of the things I really liked about the gun, first off, I like that it's a little short of the 5-inch platform, just simply because it seems like it gives it a softer and quicker recoil impulse, if that makes any sense. Maybe not softer, but certainly quicker. It felt like a really quick shooting gun. And it looks really nice also. Now, I gotta tell you, you gotta be into this kind of thing to get into this, but if you like 2011 pistols, or if you like double stack 1911 pistols, it's hard not to like this. Now, one thing we didn't show off on the gun is the optics mounting system, but we will. I'm actually gonna mount an RMR Type 2 to this, most likely, and Nighthawk's optics mounting system is one of my personal favorite. I showed it off on the Sandhawk, and I'll show it off on this one by the next video. It has a set screw in the top, and then it has a push pin, and you literally just slide off this dovetail piece, and you could slide off your iron sight, and you could put on your optic system, and you can slide it back off, and it's really, really easy to use. The iron sights on the gun, though, I wanted to shoot today because I've been really digging shooting iron sights lately. I'm going to be honest with you guys who've seen that on the channel. I've shot maybe 5 or 6 iron sight guns in a row, and I've just been having fun. These are particularly good. These are Heine sights, and funny name, but also a well-known name in the competition shooting community. We have that, as I mentioned before, with a tritium front, and then it has just a single dot with the blacked out, so it's not that confusing of a sight setup. You kind of just line up the dots and fire, and I prefer that over the 3. Now, the notch is wide enough for the front to be able to shoot at distance with a lot of accuracy, but be able to shoot up close very quickly as well. Now, one of the things that is probably the most usable thing on the gun is the grip surfaces. There is no cuts in the slide, but you can grip anywhere you want. You can grip close to the chamber, underneath, you can go from the back, and she likes that. But you can go from pretty much anywhere you want, and this is one of the grippiest grips without being too aggressive, in my personal opinion. It has texture all the way around it. Nothing's missing, not like the CSX, but this guy doesn't feel over aggressive, so if you're carrying appendix or something like that, if you rub on your stomach, no big deal. We have full dust cover underneath, and we have a very cool looking, I don't know, nut style barrel, I guess. It sort of looks like a barrel nut, doesn't it? It looks very cool on the front of it, but it's actually sharp, and it looks really neat because it's actually recessed in the middle as well, and it's one of the more ornate barrels I've seen, along with milling on the chamber as well, as one of the most perfect undercuts under a grip I've felt. That feels really good, and you even have texture under here and on the front if you want to get your Jerry Miculek on. Magwell is built into the grip, and then we do get 2 16-round magazines. I wish we got a couple more mags, but hey, I have about 100 mags, so it doesn't bother me at all. And these are the 2 that we shot for the 200 rounds to make sure they were reliable, and they absolutely were. We shot Federal 115 and Blazer 115 today, and we had no issues whatsoever. And on top of that, it shot as accurate as I've shot an iron sight gun in a very long time. The reason for that is obviously due to the trigger. You guys know it's a double stack 1911. You guys know it's an expensive one, so it better have a good trigger, and this one does. This one is probably 3.5 pounds, somewhere in there. And then if we show you the reset here, which you can probably barely see because it's so short, and that is the reason why it's so quick when you shoot it up close. Overall, very, very awesome gun. Pretty low recoil, relatively lightweight gun as well, and should be an even more fun gun to shoot at distance when we throw the dot on it. But we shot it out to 80 yards today, and I barely could miss. And it's really windy, and it's pretty cold today, so usually I shoot kind of shitty in that because I'm a bit of a pansy sometimes. But honestly, today was a fantastic day of shooting. I was really happy. I was a little nervous today because it was colder than I wanted it to be, and I've just been wanting to shoot this gun for like 2 weeks, and finally I was like, we're gonna go out and we're gonna shoot it, and it performed extremely well. So very happy with the gun. I've had 3 Nighthawk pistols now, and all of them are in my top 10 pistols that I've ever owned. The fit and finish is awesome, the coating is awesome, the milling is awesome, and all of them look like works of art in my personal opinion. All of them have kind of a unique flair, from the Sandhawk to the Agent to now the Double Agent. This definitely looks like something you should carry if you're a secret agent. It always made me laugh that Bond carries like a 7-shot 380 pistol. But when he moved up to the P99, I was a little more impressed, but this is what he should use right here. If there was an American Bond, if Jason Bourne was still around, Jason Bourne, be running this. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Please support Oklahoma shelters, and remember to recycle. I'll check you later.